There's a famous story of the Alter Rebbe, which I'm sure I've mentioned here on several occasions. The Alter Rebbe once, this was before he became a Rebbe, but he was at that point obviously already a very holy individual, and he was, in the course of his travels, he once stopped off at an inn. The inn was owned by a Yid who was a incredibly wonderful Baal Chesed, and a wonderful Machnas Eirach. He took care of all the people who came, if they could afford it, if they couldn't afford, whatever it was. If they could afford it, he charged them. If they couldn't afford it, he didn't charge them. If they really couldn't afford it, he would give them money. He was that kind of person. And the Alter Rebbe stayed there a few days, and he noticed, he had a keen eye, and he noticed that the person who was staying was not a Pashat person, was a Baal Madriga. This innkeeper noticed that about the Alter Rebbe. So before the Alter Rebbe left, he told the Alter Rebbe there's something he wants to talk to him about. So Alter Rebbe said, okay. And this innkeeper poured out his heart and said, yes, I know I do a lot of tzedakah, a lot of chesed, but I feel that what's absent is midas ha'emes. I believe I get gaiva from it, I get yeshus, I have ulterior motives. What do I do? So Alter Rebbe heard this and he put his head down on his hand, and he thought for a few moments, and then he responded. And when the Alter Rebbe spoke, he spoke with a nigun and a tune, and he said just a few words. He said, "Aber der Oni wird zat mit an emes." The poor person is truly becoming satiated. You're worried about your emes. The poor person is truly full. He was truly hungry, and now he's truly full. And in tzedakah, that's what matters. As Chazal tell us that even someone who's walking in the street and loses his wallet, and it's found by an ani, and the ani goes and feeds his family with it. So the mitzvah tzedakah was done.